Hello, viewers. Welcome once again. Let's have a discussion onto the topic ratio and proportion, and at which we are taking sharing according to a given ratio. This is episode number 17. If you have not watched the beginning episodes, I will indulge you to go into my playlist on YouTube, Taxonomy Online Mathematics, search for ratio and proportion, and watch the previous episode. If you like them, share with somebody to also learn from it. Now, in sharing according to a given ratio, let's just take this scenario. Let's just say I have 6,000 Ghana cedis. Let me use Ghana cedis since I'm in Ghana. 6,000 Ghana cedis. I want to share this money within two people. And I ask the first person, let me use A for Ama. So the first person, we give that person 4,000. Then we give the second person, Kofi, 2,000. So this is the ratio, or this is the amount each person receive. Now, this amount that they receive can also be written as a ratio. Their contribution or their share can be written as a ratio to what they are sharing. We can write the ratio as Ama is to Kofi. So this is their share of the money. So this is going to mean that 4,000 is to 2,000. We can divide by first of 4,000, since this is going to be a fraction. Then we have 4 is to 2, which can be divided further to give us 2 is to 1. So you can see that this money has been shared. This 6,000 has been shared in the ratio 2 is to 1. 2 parts for Ama, 1 part for Kofi. Now, if you want to do it, imagine you were given that this is the money, share it among Ama and Kofi in this ratio. How will you know that Ama will be taking 4,000, Kofi will be taking 1,000, 2,000? What you can do is that you find out how many parts are you going to divide the money. How many parts are we dividing the money? In this case, we are dividing the money into 3 parts, because this is part. 2 parts for Ama, 1 part for Kofi. So 3 parts. I take 2, you take 1. That's 3 parts. So it means that if I divide the 6,000 by 3 parts, 1 part is going to be 2,000. That's 3 dividing 6,000. That will be 2,000. So the 1 part going for Ama is the 2,000. Then for Kofi is the 2,000. Ama will be taking 2 parts, meaning you will take 2,000 as the first, then take 2,000 again. So 2,000 plus 2,000 give us the 4,000. So when you are asked to share a given amount or quantity according to a given ratio, the first thing you do is to identify the ratio. 2, find the total ratio. So if you find total ratio, then it's going to mean that you are going to find each person's share as a fraction of the total ratio. Meaning, Ama will be receiving, the share of Ama is 2 out of how many division? 3 division of the 6,000. You can see 3 will go here, 2, 2, 2, 4. Then we have your 4,000. Kofi will also be having 1 out of 3 division of the 6,000. 3 go here, 1, 3 go here, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2,000. So you can see that first thing first, find total fraction, total ratio. Express the ratio of each person as a fraction of the total, multiply by the quantity to be shared, then you are there. So what I mean is that the steps: 1, identify the shares. What shares we are going to find? In this case, Amma and Kofi. That's the shares. Then, and their respective ratio. So 2:1. Or part. We know the part are the 2:1. Total part 3. Find the total ratio. 2 plus 1, 3. Total ratio. Identify the quantity to be shared. In this case, 6,000. Express each ratio as a fraction of the total ratio. In terms of Amma, it's going to be 2, that's the first ratio, over total ratio, which is what? 3. And multiply by the total quantity. So for you to get individual shares according to what they are to share, the ratio over total ratio times the quantity to be shared. That will give you the individual values. In the case of the 6,000, we just realized. Let's take another example. Okay, so this one, Tina and Fred share 48,000 Ghana cedis between them in the ratio 4:2. Find the share of each person. So in this case, let's identify the shares that is going to be given. We know the share is Fred. No, I think first Tina. Tina is to who? Fred. And that is equal to their ratio 4:2. So we have identified the share and their respective what? Ratio. Then the next thing is to find total ratio. So our total ratio is going to be, we have 4 plus 2, which is going to be 6. The amount, or let me just say total amount that they are to share, in this case, is 48,000. Let's identify the quantity to be shared. We have done that. Then express each ratio as a fraction. So we can say that the first thing first is Tina's share. Tina's share is going to be, what is the ratio corresponding to Tina? That is going to be 4 as a fraction of a total ratio, which will be 6, multiplied by the quantity to be shared, 48,000. Following the method step by step, we know 6 will go into 48, I believe 8 times. 8 times 4, that will be 32. So I'll be having 32 here, then 32,000 for Tina. Then let's go for Fred. So Fred's share is also going to be, the ratio corresponding to Fred is 2. Total ratio 6 times what they are to share, 48,000. So in this calculation, we are aware that 6 is going here 8 times. 8 times 2, that will be 16, right? That will be 16 because 8 times 2 will be 16. So Fred's share will be equals to 16,000. So don't forget, there are 2 of them sharing the money. If the first person take 32,000 and you are taking 16,000, if you add the 2, you should be able to get 48,000. So after getting Tina's share, we can just subtract the 32,000 from 48,000 without going through this calculation. I only say Fred's share is going to be total amount to be shared minus what the first person take. We are only 2. If you take, I take the remaining, or I also calculate. Then you make sure and see after everything, if you add, you get what you are asked to share. I believe if this introduction, we are able to grab the concept of sharing a quantity according to a given ratio. Thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, this will be your first time. Please subscribe to the channel, like, share, and comment. Bye bye.